What's up, y'all? Today I'm gonna teach you how to do a shove it while wake surfing behind the boat. Just so y'all know, today's tutorial is a backside shove it, and also this tutorial was created for a skim style wake surfer. I'm not too sure how much it will help for a surf style wake surfer. First things first, let's talk about wave setup. I personally don't think it's the best idea to have the biggest, most huge wave ever with a curl that's super steep and has a ton of push. I don't think that's best, but what I do think is best to have a very mellow, long wave that's pretty chill whenever you are attempting your very first ever shove it's, because whenever you do end up landing on your board for the shove it, you want to have a nice, chill, mellow, simple surface to land on. Nothing that's going to give you too much push or anything like that. Just a nice, mellow surface to land on is what I personally think is best for whenever you are doing your very first ever shove it's. And don't get me wrong, later down the road, once you have your shove it's mastered, feel free to beef your wave back up a little bit so you can get a nice big pop off the top of the wave. Maybe you can add some grabs to your shove it's or try and just do them as big as you possibly can. But whenever you are attempting your very first ones, I do think it's best to have a nice, chill, mellow wave. So today on my Centurion RI245, making my wave mellow is exactly what I did. All I did was basically take my left paddle shifter and give it a couple clicks down to really lower that center tab to keep the nose of the boat down, and that will really mellow out your wave and make it nice and long and chill. These boats are insanely versatile. You can make the wave as huge as you want or as small and mellow as you want. It's really up to you, but today's video we have that long, chill, mellow wave. The approach you want to take for the shove it is to be a decent distance away from the boat. You don't need to be a mile back or anything crazy like that. A decent amount is just fine. You want to be nice and squatted with your chest up and just try and have a nice, slow, gentle momentum in towards the boat. You don't want to be booking it, coming in too fast or anything like that. Just a nice, gentle, slow amount of momentum in towards the boat. Now that you are carrying that very slow momentum down the wave in towards the boat, about halfway down the wave is where you want to initiate your shove it. At this point, you'll want to sort of lift your front foot up while pushing it forward and simultaneously pushing off of your back foot and pulling your back foot behind you, almost kicking your heel straight back to really get that shove it, 180 shove it momentum initiated. In my personal opinion, modern skim wake surf boards are very light, so I think that being very gentle with your shove it kick, where you push on your rear heel and push your front foot forward to really get that momentum initiated, I think that being gentle is almost best so that your board doesn't go flying anywhere crazy. I think that being gentle will help keep your board underneath you and will keep you from getting out of control and will help you be a lot more consistent, because if you do end up just kicking the board as hard as you can to get it to spin around, that board tends to end up flying somewhere that you are not, and you won't really end up being very consistent with your shove it's. Now that your 180 shove it momentum has been initiated, you are above your board. You want to spot on your board where you want your feet to go. You don't want to squeeze them together. You want to keep them nice little distance apart and set them gently back on that board. And as you're landing back on the wave, make sure you try and absorb that impact with your knees so your board doesn't end up getting all squirrely and going all over the place. You want to just ride down that wave, figure out what momentum you need to have to stay with it, whether you need to be on your front foot or your back foot, and just stay in control and ride away. The main mistake I see people having whenever they are attempting shove it's, this is a mistake I make all the time, but once you initiate your trick and you are in the air, somehow on autopilot your feet just end up going straight together and you'll end up landing on the board with your feet touching each other and you won't have any control at all. So if you can do your best to kind of try and keep your feet a decent distance apart so you can end up landing on your board in an athletic position, this will help you a ton. However, autopilot does end up taking over for me a lot. So if you do know a solution for this problem, let me know down in the comments below. Something else that I noticed will help Shuvits be more consistent is trying to do them with less pop, trying to keep them small and controlled. This will help you be a lot more consistent with your Shuvits, but once you have them in control and dialed, then you can try to start going bigger and bigger over time. Another problem I see quite a few people making is they actually end up carrying way too much speed in towards the boat. They end up having a ton of momentum down the wave, and sometimes it can feel like you need this speed to do the Shuvit, but honestly, you can do it while you're almost standing still. I highly recommend just having a very slow, extremely slow amount of momentum in towards the boat whenever you are attempting the Shuvit. I personally think this will help you be more consistent with it. Anyways, that's how you do the Shuvit while wake surfing behind the boat. If you guys did like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment below what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. And remember, I'll be uploading a water sports video every second day forever. So make sure you guys subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.